not complain about it, then you are not culturally fit to work in the IT, especially in the software development. So some of the roles you have to be very elastic. Okay. Let's see. Okay, go ahead, continue, please. What else?
Okay, I'm lost what I was saying.
You're done?
And I think, yeah, no, the instructor also mentioned that this is all like safe values. Like that's how safe recommends you facilitate your team, manage it. But it sounded more like, you know, the PO had less work than PM, like the PM and then the system team, the system architect, like they had more work to do, and business owners included. Like they would conduct the big meetings, and PO was just like would be the most important in a team. But outside of that team, in the higher level, they wouldn't be as much involved. They would be assisting, but I think PM would be doing the main work.
Yep. And so you see, in our team, when you guys join, you guys do not have any clue what is going on, right? Because that's the team members will be doing their work, the architect or the senior engineer. You just take the notes as much as possible, then you share. When you keep doing it, in some point you catch up the features very well as well. In some point, like especially the product owner, they catch up the feature, because if you're only the solely product owner, then you're not writing the user story, because you have the business analyst, you have the system analyst. But if you're like the product owner, just who is also writing the user story, then now you are one-man show. You are doing everything and you are in the control. Control means you have a better confidence what you do. I should use the word control. So you can actually talk to talk, walk to walk. That's kind of things.
And then another big thing was she mentioned this board. I forgot the exact name, but it's a board like where you'd use your sticky notes, right? The blue one story, the yellow one for events, and the red one is for dependency. And it would be done, I think, during the PI meeting, where multiple teams, they would be deciding which work they're going to do and how many dependents are involved with that one specific story. And if the story and the event release is on the same day, and let's say there's multiple dependencies and each team is working on it. So if there's like one problem with one of the dependency, like they get stuck, the story won't be released on time, and you know, they can't make it to the event, right? The event, you didn't get it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know all of this. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I didn't. I meant like, did you understand my explanation? It's kind of hard to explain how it was, like she did.
So
but like
that's the safe practice. So what she wanted to say is that if something has too many dependency, you deal with it behind the scene. Just do not bring it to the team, or do not bring into the quarterly planning. Did they teach you the quarterly planning?
Quarterly planning?
They don't. The quarterly planning is like every quarter, and there is an all-day meeting. That's actually you kind of guesstimating what will be for the next 3 month work stream.
I think that's what they discuss in the PI meeting, which is about like
got it.
2 to 3 days sometimes.
Product. What did the PI means?
It means program increment.
Oh yeah. Quarterly planning. Got it. Thank you. Same thing. They change the wording. Okay, that's good. That's everybody stay there all the time. Yeah, go ahead. Continue, please.
And they teach you some of the core values in a team. Like you have to, for example, you have to respect everyone's culture and how they do it. And one thing they mentioned many times is that you have to relentlessly try and improve. That was one of the big things. And they also mentioned like, let's say in a team meeting, like you would give points to the story. So based on like, you have like, if the story is big, you'd give it a lot of points. And if the story is small, give it a little points. And they also estimate how much each story is going to cost just from that. And they also said like when they're deciding this and the team decides that together, as a PO, like we should not like give our opinion, so that because it happens that if you because you're more like a leader. So when you give your opinion, the other team members get influenced and they would make decision based on what you would say. They
Yeah.
wouldn't make it based on their own thinking, you know, and
Right.
that can cause this problem later on.
It causes problem because you have no clue the technical part, why you give the estimation, right? Estimation based on my own competency, my understanding. So that is true. It's all common sense, right? Scrum and all this, it's a common sense. You don't know how to build this, and you're suddenly telling the developer it can take 1 hour. Now everybody say, yeah. But well, that's not the case. Let him research, let him answer for him. And you just facilitate. If he gets stuck, then you just help. If he doesn't know how to do this, let him talk to the other developer, right? If he doesn't know this part, then that's the problem, different problem, then he needs to learn. So yeah, you should not just make a decision for somebody, especially
Yeah.
technical part. Okay, that's good. I'm happy. What else?
Okay, so we also learned something about the at the beginning she started off, I didn't mention this, but she started off with the silos, right? Each company, let's say there is a company that only has software developers, another company only has product owners, another company only has QAs, you know, and many a times they would fund a project, right? When a project is funded, they would just hire someone from each company. Like from each company, they would send someone to work on it together. And this kind of team doesn't have much collaboration or communication because they're not just taking on one project. They probably were also working on other projects as well, just like they're working on this one. So let's say the QA had a question and they need to connect with the developer for this, but the developer doesn't have that time. So that kind of project, usually it gets delayed or even it fails to accomplish its goal.
It's not the Scrum at all. It's the goal of the Scrum is the open communication, right? Open collaboration. Everybody in the
Yeah, but they're just like hired from each company, so they don't even know each other, and they're just working together because of the profit.
Exactly. So
they don't put that 100% effort in that project either.
So some of the projects, some of the company, I can give you example. All the automotive is like this. All the automotive industry, they're like this. That's the reason their project takes forever. And what is the outcome? Shady product. Okay. So you see all the automotive, they're producing all this. They're producing all the shady things. Why? Because they're hiring from the different thing, different people. People has no clue what is going on, and he does this, she does that, and who does it, and the things fly. And of course, it's a company level issues. It is not the team level issue. It's the decision making, right? So those kind of projects you have to be very careful. So in that kind of project, you become the center of the attention. Because in that project also, one person become the collaborator. Unfortunately, either can be it's called the automotive, they call the delivery lead. Of course, in the Scrum, we call the product owner, but it's a different role. It's kind of completely a broker. Broker means you talk to him, you talk to them, you talk to him, get something, and you just pass to that guy. You said it correct or not, but these two people, they don't know each other because they are completely, you are the API. Okay, you communicate with both people, and then they don't know each other. That's the project is very complex. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. What else?
Another thing I keep forgetting as if so another thing they taught was about backlog. It's about backlog, how PO is the biggest responsibility is to just to manage the backlog.
Yep.
And she often called instead of calling them user stories, she would call them stories instead, because it's not always user stories. There could be many other types of stories as well.
Yes, that is correct. And we could, in Jira, everything is called the issues.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, whatever the culture, yes.
Mm-hmm. And then in the backlog, so she'd show us like an image of a backlog, and there would be like red icons as well. So those red icons would be represented as enablers.
Mm-hmm.
So what are enablers? there's something that adds value indirectly. At least that's what they said.